Have you ever sat down to brainstorm only to feel like your brain is completely empty? Let's talk about why brainstorming alone is super hard and how having a creative sounding board, even if it's an AI one, can change everything. So, just in case you are new around these here parts, I am Dana. I'm a USA Today bestselling author in both romance and paranormal romance. I'm a developmental editor and I am the chief storyteller at Danja Tales, where we help romance and fantasy authors create addictive novels. And those are novels that readers can't help but to gobble up and share with their reading friends. We also help authors to build profitable publishing careers. So, whether you are working on your first book or you are leveling up your author brand, I am here to help you write, launch, and sell with confidence. And today we are talking about brainstorming. Y'all, I am like the queen of brainstorm. You already know how much I love plotting, and I always have ideas going on. I also write in multiple genres. And so the process of having an idea, even though we can get sparks from everywhere, it really doesn't mean anything if you can't turn it into something. And so today I wanted to give you 3 quick tips when it comes to brainstorming to make it easier. So the first tip is stop waiting for inspiration. Start with a question. So instead of starting with a blank page and you just sit there watching the cursor, maybe you could think about like, what's the worst thing that could happen to my character right now? And better yet, I love to think about like, what are the wounds that they are trying to protect? Or how do I want this story to start off? And I'm usually fortunate enough that a scene will come in my mind. But if you are waiting for inspiration, then what happens is your brain just goes, it checks out for lunch and it never comes back. So think about starting with a question. And if you find that some questions really help you get the ball rolling, maybe starting to create a list of those so that you can go back to them. Quick tip number 2 is to use constraints to spark creativity. So you can give yourself a challenge like, oh, what if my story had to take place in this particular city or at this particular time? Or what if my character only had 24 hours to fix this biggest mistake? Or what if my character was at their favorite bakery and bumped into the man who broke their heart? Right? Like starting to have or having a starting place is really helpful, especially if you're someone that does not have a creative process for mining your best ideas. Starting to have those constraints mean that you don't have every single option. Having every single option can drive you insane. That is like creative chaos. But sort of limiting those constraints can help you to get the ball rolling and that you move from the blank page to getting some inspiration, like true inspiration. So again, the first one was stop waiting for inspiration. Number 2 is to use some sort of creative constraints to spark your creativity. And then finally, talk it out, like literally. Sometimes the best ideas come when you say them out loud. Now, whether it is to a friend or you use voice notes or you use your AI writing assistant for brainstorming. Now, if you are someone that clutches your pearls when somebody talks about using AI with creative writing, then I will see you in the next video. Message. No, just like, if you know where that's from, tell me in the comments. Y'all, I've had a really good day, so I'm giggling. So if you clutch your pearls, then I'll see you in the next video. However, even if you're someone that you're curious and you're not quite sure, stick around. If you're someone that you do use it, stick around. Have been so many leaps and bounds when it comes to technology. And when you think about it, before, if you had to talk out your ideas, you had to wait at a reasonable hour to talk to your writing friends. Or like me, I've had writing friends over the years where I literally can reach out to them at any time of the hour because more than likely we were writing in the middle of the night together. But that's not always the case. And you having to wait to talk it out or talk yourself out of a jam may mean the difference between you missing this window of opportunity to write or not having it or having to wait. And so whether it's, for example, you utilizing something like voice memos on your phone and turning those into transcripts and turning those transcripts into a tool that you can use with your AI assistant to brainstorm and think through whether it's your story or your concept or your characters or their backstory. Even if it's just you don't have an audio memo, but you decide to add the ChatGPT app to your phone and talk to it and have a conversation about the direction that you want to go in. And there have been so many times where I have had these like individual pieces of a concept and I really was on a time crunch and I'm wanting to bring it all together. And I was able to sit down with my AI assistant and make that happen, and not just make it happen, but get it done. And so I would say if you've never done it, this is a great way to not only utilize technology that's available to us, but to use different parts of your brain. If you're someone that learns a lot and gets a lot from talking things out or hearing things, then utilizing memos or talking it out can be very helpful. I know as someone who in the past and still does use dictation, recording things and having my phone and recording things are just a way that I've done it for forever. So the fact that you can take that transcript and I can give it to my AI assistant and distill it down and have it give it back to me in a way that is in alignment with whatever brand I pinpoint and we can pick it up from there is just like, y'all, it's butter, baby. So with that said, go ahead, go to the comments and drop a fireball if you have ever struggled with coming up with fresh ideas when you needed them most. I would love to talk with you. We have a workshop coming up at Danja Tales in March that is going to be how you create a custom GPT for your author brand that I'm going to walk you through the process of doing it. And we've been doing this ongoing in DTW as well as in our workshops so that our authors are taking advantage of technology, but also so that they are creating market aligned books. So with that said, your girl is out. I will see you in the comments. I hope that you had a fantastic day, afternoon, evening, and I will see you all really, really soon. As always, take care and happy writing. Goodbye.